Hey, this is Fred from WP Shout with the next in this WP No Code build series. And where we left it, we were looking for how to actually get custom fields into this Beaver Themer template thing. And I finally found what I had been looking for, which is display a WordPress custom field in a singular theme or layout. And yeah, I think I get how to do it now. So I'm just gonna give it a try. So we're gonna go to modules, and we're just gonna use a standard like text editor module, I think, maybe. And what do we want in here? There's a little plus thing, and this gives us all this data to choose from, huge amount, which is really awesome. And I think this is right. Field type is a WYSIWYG, and the field name is, don't make me look this up. Okay. Field name is technologies used. I don't know why they make me like type this out like this. They should probably have a drop down or something, but please work. I mean, is it looking for the slug name? Yeah. Wow, that's not very clear at all. So you have to type in like the slug version of the name, not the label, but the name, which I think is going to, I think that it would be very easy for people to get confused by that, but whatever. So that's awesome, because now what we get to do is we literally just get to always have this sort of special section at the beginning of every one of our posts without having to put it in our post content. And I'm just gonna I just want a little text editor thing above it. I probably shouldn't. Yeah, looks good. Where it says technologies used. Maybe this shouldn't be an H2. Maybe it should be like not even a paragraph. What could it be? Maybe it should be an H2. Yeah, I think it should be an H2. And we just want some margin above this. And then what we can do, can we put a little row in our row? Because I kind of want to turn this like gray. No, we lost our row. Okay. Because, or is there a way to give this a header? No, there's not. Okay. So that means we're going to have to split rows. We're going to have a total of 3 rows. I'm going to be deleting a lot more stuff than I probably needed to. Like, I could have done this more efficiently, but let's delete all this stuff. Okay. Now we're into our second row. And this is the one we want, so we delete all this stuff. Now we're into our third row, so we delete all this stuff. Now we're going to stitch it all together. So this row, it is going to be, I want it to be like kind of a light gray. And layout wise, let's give it 20 pixels on the top and the bottom. And that means we don't want anything on the top here at all. And then maybe the row itself, can have, right. So So maybe the row above it can have 40 on the bottom. And this row can have 40 on the top if it doesn't already. Maybe 40, not 20. All right. I think this looks pretty cool. I want this to have 20 on the top and 20 on the bottom. Seems uneven somehow. Maybe I'm gonna make it 40 all around anyway. Yeah, this looks really cool. I mean, I think. All right, so now what we do is when we go to edit our demo, we just, this can be anything. We used Astra, Beaver Builder. And I mean, maybe it's kind of silly to be like, maybe it looks silly to have like a custom field that is basically content. And I like spent a bunch of money and a bunch of time to be able to put content into what was already content. But the point is we want to create a template here. We don't want to have to do this every time. Okay, now this is looking like too much. Why is that? Is that because this has, no. Is it because, okay, yeah, I'm not sure why that's needing to be uneven like that, but I'm going to live with it. Because we want this, and then we probably want I want to add another custom field that's like I want this gray thing to be a bunch of different fields basically. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, oh wait, we've already got our field group. So in the demo meta field group, I'm going to add hours on build, let's say. Hours to build? Hours to build. Hours spent. Now we've got, here I'm going to open up another tab. We've got this, and this project is looking bigger than I thought, so I'm going to put an 8 in hours spent. And we can, whoops, I don't know what I did there. We can basically clone all of this. We're going to say hours spent. And then, it's just going to dynamically populate. So, sorry, my screen's a little too bright. So we're just going to clone this, put it in here. Crazy amount of margins on this element. Why? You've got another line, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay. And we're going to have to, they really should make a drop down. I have no idea why they don't do that, but whatever. Yeah. So something like that. And do we want this to be text or number? Probably doesn't matter. I wonder if you can do a thing. Oh, maybe let's leave it text, and we'll actually call it build time. We'll leave it as text, and that's going to cause this thing to lose that information. So I'm going to say 8 hours. Okay, and then, so now we just say, so hours spent, build time. And that lets us say, 30 minutes or 3 weeks or whatever. It's not as limiting. Okay, so I'm going to do some more with this in the next video, but I wanted to keep this one short. But yeah, this is basically the payoff of of Beaver Themer. It's like this whole thing can be modular and can be templated in a way that normally you would need a lot of PHP for. All right, cool.